Have you taken IELTS before and got band 6 or 6.5 even though you studied hard? Or are you preparing right now and worried you'll make the same mistakes? Today I'll reveal 25 common IELTS mistakes that examiners see every day and how you can avoid them. Stay until the end because the last 5 mistakes are the ones that may stop many candidates from reaching band 7 and above. Listening, 5 mistakes. Reading questions too slowly. Time management is essential for listening. If we spend too much time on one passage or one question, then we won't be able to even attempt the others, and therefore we need to read the questions very quickly, not slowly. Mistake 2, ignoring synonyms. For example, question said purchase and the recording said buy. If you don't see the exact word, you must look for the synonyms, and if you do see them, there is your answer. Mistake 3, losing focus after one answer. If you do miss one answer, it's fine. Skip it, move on to the next one, because if you don't do so, then you are likely to lose even more marks overall. Mistake 4, spelling mistakes. Well, this one is extremely common. People might miss an N or an O or anything else in their spelling. Even if a human examiner would understand it, they won't be able to give you the mark. And also, since the listening test is usually checked by the computers, it is very likely that they won't be giving you that mark. So always be careful with your spelling in listening. Mistake 5, ignoring word limits. Do I really need to explain this one? If the listening test says that you need to put only one word on it, then your answer must be one word. You cannot use 2 or 3 words. It would be wrong to do so, and they won't give you marks if you do that. Reading section, I have seen 5 common mistakes. So let us start. Mistake number 6 is reading every word. You guys need to learn how to skim and scan. If you don't and you end up reading every word, that is a total waste of time. And without that much time, you are going to screw up in your exam. Mistake 7, guessing without evidence. If you found an answer, you must have the evidence. Don't use your common sense. If they say that the earth is square, then you have to believe that. You have to agree with it if it says it in the passage. Therefore, be careful. Don't use your common sense. Just follow the passage. You need proof for everything. Mistake 8, spending too long on one question. This is very obvious. And mistake 9, ignoring keywords. As I've mentioned before, that you guys need to learn how to skim. So when you guys are skimming and scanning, you need to look for keywords and nouns or something that is special. When you remember the keywords, it is much easier for you to find the potential answers. And mistake 10, this is such a common one. Not managing time. I suffered from it. I spent too long on the first passage and then didn't have enough time for the last passage. Therefore, you must spend the least amount of time on your first passage and then, gradually increase the time if you have extra time left over. That's an excellent thing. However, if you don't hurry up and don't have even the time to attempt the last questions, then that is your fault. In writing, I have seen students make 7 mistakes. So let us take a look at them. Memorized introductions. You see, in our coachings, we learn that we need to put this specific introduction for this specific topic. But that is actually very wrong. When the examiners see the same type of introduction again and again and again, they get bored of it. And honestly, it just shows that you are not that good at English. You're just good at memorizing things. And that is not helping your overall band. And if you want to get 7 and above, you need to do better than that. Mistake 12, not answering the whole question. You need to take a look at all the points and all the views that one might have on the topic and then give your own personal opinion. If you skip on one view, then you are very likely to get a low score. So be careful of this. Mistake 13, repeating vocabulary. A bad example would be good, good, good. You're using the same words again and again. That's not okay. The next one is better. So excellent, beneficial, effective, valuable. See? It sounds much better, and when it is seen in writing, it will definitely give you a better score. Mistake 14, writing very long sentences. You are allowed to add 1 or 2 long sentences, but if you make every single sentence very long, then it will affect your score. Mistake 15, using difficult words incorrectly. Well, this is for the ones that are a bit pretentious. They think that they know a lot, and then they try to put in words that they're not sure of, and thus they suffer. You see, the examiners care a lot about your coherence than using difficult words. So you need to be careful of this as well. Mistake 16, weak paragraph structure. For a general one, you could use topic sentence, then explanation, then example. This structure has worked for me personally, and I would suggest that you figure out one for yourself as well by gradually practicing and trying on different online websites. Mistake 17 is no proofreading. Well, this is a bit obvious, so I won't be able to explain it more. Speaking has 8 mistakes that I would like to discuss. So, mistake number 18, memorized answers. This is absolutely self-explanatory. So, if you do have an answer memorized for a different topic, it wouldn't really work. The examiner can tell just from your tone and everything that you are just reciting a memorized answer, and it would actually negatively affect your score. Therefore, memorizing answers is definitely not suggested. Instead, I would suggest that you learn a specific structure and follow that structure for different parts of the speaking test. Mistake 19, giving one-word answers. For starters, it is rude and it would make you look like you don't know how to speak properly. Therefore, one-word answers are it's just not allowed, and please don't do that. Mistake 20, speaking too fast. Mistake 21, speaking too slowly. You need to learn the perfect pace for your speaking. If you speak too fast, then your examiner might not be able to understand. And if you speak too slowly, then your examiner might assume that you don't know how to speak at all. So yeah, learn the balance. Mistake 22, fear of making mistakes. You don't need to be afraid. Mistakes are perfectly normal. 1 or 2 won't really affect your score. So yeah, if you fear it, the fear is gonna make things way worse than it is originally. Mistake 23, not extending answers. If the answer is one word, then you should give why and example. That way, your answer is longer and not really a one-word one. Mistake 24, overusing fillers. Those are some examples. Don't overuse them, or else your examiner will be deducting your band score. Mistake 25, poor pronunciation. Your pronunciation needs to be clear. An accent is not needed. British or American or Australian, whatever accent it is, it definitely does not matter. The poor pronunciation, however, will get you in trouble and will be affecting your band score. So focus on making it clear, not an accent. Okay, so these are some bonus tips for you guys. Don't memorize essays. Use natural English. Focus on communicating clearly. Build grammar and vocabulary gradually. Practice consistently instead of cramming. If you found these IELTS secrets helpful, subscribe to Pralang and let me know in the comments which section is the hardest for you: listening, reading, writing, or speaking. In the next video, we'll solve real IELTS questions together so that you can apply everything you have learned today.